Do you own gold or are thinking about investing in gold? Then this is a video for you. I'm Steve Van Metre, certified financial planner and inventor of Portfolio Shield, portfolioshield.net. And in the next 5 minutes, you're going to learn if this is the right time to invest in gold. With the Fed printing trillions of dollars and stoking the fears of inflation, investors are convinced that now is the best time to own gold. But are they right? Let's take a look. This is a chart of the broad money supply in blue versus gold in yellow. And while you can see they both rise over time, there isn't a direct relationship between the Fed printing money and the price of gold. Let's take a look and see how gold compares to consumer prices. In this chart, we can see consumer prices in blue steadily rising, but again, there's no direct relationship with gold. So what does gold follow? It follows real or inflation-adjusted yields. And real yields are equal to the 10-year Treasury yield minus the year-over-year rate of change in the Consumer Price Index. And here's a chart of real yields, and it might have you wondering, how does this compare to gold? Well, gold has a unique relationship with real yields. When you invert it on a price chart, you'll see it follows real yields. So here again is real yields in blue against gold. And you might look and say, I don't quite see it. Well, let's invert gold and see what happens. And now you can see when we invert the price of gold, there is a relationship. While not perfect, you can see that relationship over time. In fact, if we zoom in, you'll see just how close the relationship is. And looking at the relationship between real yields and gold prices inverted, and you can see over the past 10 years, as real yields fall, gold prices rise. And when real yields rise, gold prices fall, because again, they're shown inverted here. And when real yields fall, gold prices rise. So the question really should be is, where are real yields headed? And the answer will tell us which direction the price of gold is most likely to go. And to answer that question, we need to know where consumer prices are headed. Are consumer prices headed higher, which many believe, or are they headed lower? Well, to know the answer, we just need to look at the price of crude oil, because there's a unique relationship between the price of crude oil and consumer prices. And when we chart the consumer price index on a year-over-year basis against the price of crude oil, you can see that consumer prices follow crude oil. So knowing the consumer price index lags the price of crude oil, we can expect that the consumer price index is going to head lower, which is going to send real yields higher. And if real yields are headed higher, then the price of gold is likely headed lower. Let's take a look at one last slide. And this is how speculators are positioned in the gold futures market. And what you can see here in the green bars is the speculative long positions when speculators are betting on higher gold prices. And when they bet on higher gold prices, you can see in red, gold prices rise. But when they back off of those long positions, gold prices fall. And as a matter of a few weeks ago, the speculative long position in gold was at a record all-time high. And there is a point where even speculators cannot drive the price of gold higher. In the weeks following, speculators have backed off some of their long contracts, and if they continue to do so, well, we already know what happens, and that is gold will fall. Now you know if real yields continue to fall, gold is likely headed higher. But if real yields turn higher and speculators exit their long futures positions, gold is likely headed much lower. I'm Steve Van Metre, certified financial planner. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in an upcoming video. Bye now. The content of this presentation is provided as educational information only, is not intended to provide investment or other advice. This material is not to be construed as a recommendation or solicitation to buy or sell any security, financial product, instrument, or to participate in any particular trading strategy. This presentation was prepared by Steven Van Metre in my own personal capacity. The opinions expressed in this presentation or that of my own do not reflect the view of Atlas Financial Advisors, Inc. or Steven Van Metre Financial. Advisory services offered by Atlas Financial Advisors, Inc., a registered investment advisory firm.